Good evening. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.net for Thursday, April 22nd. Very interesting trading session today, especially if you are a bull. If you're a short or a bear, you're pretty annoyed about what happened in the market today. Yet again, for the umpteenth time in the last couple of months, they pulled out the Greece debt crisis card and sold the market off early. Looked like, the sky was going to fall going into the first hour this morning. Stocks were dropping left and right. And as I said in the chat room, stand pat, no need to worry. The market was going to bounce. Every single time they pulled out this Greece debt crap, the market has eventually moved to new highs within a few days. And lo and behold, by the end of the session, we were pushing green, and shorts were yet again, for the umpteenth time, scrambling to cover their ill thought out positions. We also had very positive economic data. We had housing starts up again. We had jobless claims better than expected. We did have the PPI come out. It did show a big pop in food prices, but it was all one-time gains related to the coal spell that hit Florida. Other than that, inflation tame yet again. Then we had Obama, his speech on financial reform. Market actually really picked up steam after the speech. Because there was no real new news and anything in that speech. The market, or the CNBC clowns, were expecting it to be a lot worse than what it was. And after the speech was over, the market was off to the races. So right now we are just sitting in one fantastic market. This market is a mirror of what we saw last April through June. What happened in last April through June is the best way to play this market was to buy and hold. You buy a stock that you've done your research on, you look at your supports, you have a target, and no matter what the market does, you stand pat as long as your stops don't hit. And lo and behold, within a couple of days, you're sitting on fat gains. Look at all those traders this morning that got shook out on that Greek BS again, only to see their stocks move to new highs later in the session. After hours, we're down a little bit. Microsoft came out, Amazon came out, record earnings for both companies, and both stock prices down. You know, uh, the earnings have been priced into these stocks, sure. And every time we see one of these large cap tech stocks report blowout earnings, we see a little retrace in the market, and then by the end of the next session, we're nicely higher again. I mean, folks, jobs are still very scarce in this market, and we've got tech companies just blowing the doors off on their earnings report. Imagine what's going to happen once we start to see hiring really start to pick up in this economy. We don't see markets top when we see companies posting the earnings that they're posting right now. Anyone that says that is just smoking from the crack pipe and needs to go back and do some research on how the market has acted in previous post-recessionary environments. This economy is ripe, this market looks fantastic, and there are lots of trading opportunities out there right now. Let's jump into the stock charts. Here we're looking at the Dow 15-minute chart. As you can see this morning, after they shook all the weak hands out of the market, we found nice support at this rising wedge support here around 11K. I mean, even though Greece is supposedly such a bad thing, they still can't break below 11K no matter what kind of crappy news they throw out there. Looking at the daily chart, you can see again we're holding above the 20-day exponential. We're consolidating again nicely here. If we see a break of 1160, we could see that push to 11,500 that I'm looking for, at least on this current wave of the market. Charts, yeah, they're overbought, but look at on-balance volume. Look at stochastics. Looks fantastic. If you're short in this market right now, you're fighting a wave that just continues to move slowly higher. SMH, this was our key that the market was going to bounce today. I've been preaching it for forever and a day. The SMH is the index to watch if you want to get an idea on where the market's going. We had the SMH sell off dramatically on the open this morning, but it held the 20-day exponential. And then while the market was still red, we saw a really big rebound in the SMH mid-morning, almost to going green. It was about 6 cents red when I posted in the chat room that the SMH is telling us this market is going to jam, and lo and behold, the market went boom. SMH is definitely the index you want to watch. We're holding the upper trend line. As long as we hold above 29, all things are good right now on the SMH. But let's jump into some stock plays, and then we can come back if we've got some time and talk further about the market. CXM. This one is just absolutely coiling here. Volume has been increasing nicely over the last 3 days. 50-day moving average, 54 cents. A break of this one, and it's off to the races for this stock. 65, 75 cents target on this one. RSI finally broke above the 50 level. It's been trying to do that for the last month during its consolidation. That break there today says a lot. ADX is now up into the 20s. Stochastics is breaking out. This one, if it does not spike tomorrow, I really believe this one is a big mover in the next few days with rock solid support now at the 20-day exponential, 49 cents. JLI. This was a chat room play this morning around 34, 35 cents. Bank stocks have been popping left and right, even the ones that are about to go bankrupt or get seized by the feds. Really, really cheap investment bank. We've played this one before. We finally broke out of this bullish falling wedge that's been in place since last September. Very big breakout on this one here. We should easily see a push to the 200-day moving average tomorrow at 45 cents. And really, a 38% Fibonacci retracement on this level should take us to the 50-cent area over the next couple of days, especially when you see garbage banks moving. Quality plays like this one should definitely see a nice pickup here, especially off the volume we saw today. Our other bank play from a couple of days ago, PRWT, hit our first target yesterday and today of $1. They reported very good earnings this morning, but for some reason the stock sold off, which was crazy in my mind because you've got crap about to go bankrupt, losing tons of cash, stocks going up 50, 100% over the last couple of days, and these guys are a quotation marks, very safe regional bank in my opinion. Would be very surprised if we don't see this one north of $1 within the next couple of days. We're raising our secondary target on this one to $1.25 to $1.50. If this one gets back around the 80-cent level, we'll be looking to add to positions on this one. HILL continued its breakout for us today. Looks fantastic on the chart. Nice follow through from the pop yesterday. Hit our first target of $1.75. Really, I'm thinking this one moves to 2, and it could do this very, very fast. We could see this stock, especially if the market is green tomorrow, go on a very big move. Would be looking to add this one on any dips back to the 200-day moving average at $1.60. NTWK, new trading alert today. By consideration, 85 cents and under. Target here is $1 plus. This is one we tried back in early March, but the market wasn't ready for it. Tech stocks weren't really doing that great. Now we're starting to see small cap tech stocks just break out left and right. Very nice consolidation here down at the lows. We got our first close above the 20-day exponential in quite a while here, and this one should see a nice little move in the near term. RSI breaking 50, nice volume spike. MACD looks great. We're get to get a positive ADX cross. Stochastics, unbalanced volume. All systems are go for this chart right now in the near term. AFOP, another one of these gem tech stocks, reported earnings this morning. 1 cent EPS. They beat on the revenue side. Cash flow positive. Bunch of cash in the bank. Cheap, 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 cheap. This is also another stock that should do exactly what ACLS and OPWV did. We're looking for $1.65 and $2 on this one with rock solid support now at $1.40. This one is primed and ready to go, and a positive MACD cross coinciding with this break of stochastics should light this one up very, very soon. ICOP, keep a very close eye on this one. This one has the kind of chart that could go kaboom in the next couple of days, and we're talking the kind of move that we saw on ALAN. So target here, 45 to 50 cents. We'll be looking to add this one, 34 cents and under, and hoping this one goes big for us tomorrow. SBSA, another huge winner for us here. Very nice patience for us now. Stock hit first, second targets, third target now, and this one is $1.50. Looks fantastic and should continue to move into new highs. Last but not least, XNN. Not all of our plays are going to run at the same time, which is good because we want some gains coming in every single day. Would be accumulating this stock 50 cents and under. We're looking for a move to 65 cents plus. Rock solid support at 45 cents. And You know, this one will go very soon, in my opinion. So that's pretty much it for the video. Going into tomorrow, really love the setups on CXM and JLI, and should be another great day for the newsletter. See you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.